rise and shine. I'm just kidding, it's like 3 p.m. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Angela and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you step by step how I get my go-to glam. Now I'm the type of girl that I'm either full glam or I'm completely homeless. There is no in between. I don't do like tinted moisturizer or anything like that. So if I do my makeup, this is how I'm doing it. Before we get started, we have some housekeeping to do. Please like, comment, and subscribe so I know what you want to see in my next videos. It helps me a ton. I'm here for you guys. I don't do this for my health, okay? I'm here for y'all. Okay, Angela, stop talking. Show us the makeup. Go.
Okay, so let's get this beat started.
First things first, I think it's worth mentioning, even though this is a part of my skincare routine, I wear this moisturizer specifically on days that I wear makeup. And believe it or not, despite popular belief, I don't wear makeup every day. I wear makeup probably 2-3 times a week max. And I use this before I even start anything on my face. It is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. A little bit goes a long way. The first time I tried this, I don't even want to talk about it. So I applied this first, and as you can see, I've already done my brows. Now, I'm probably not the best person to do a brow routine because I have pretty thick brows to start out with. And all I really do is take a brow pen. Let me just show you what this looks like. So it's just like a pen type of situation. And I just draw little brow hairs. I don't do all of that like trigonometry and measuring angles and tape, all of that. That's just way too much for me. I literally just draw in my hairs, brush it out with a spoolie, and then I set it with Kybrow Gel eyebrow gel. It is, however, a tedious process more than anything else, and I have the mirror like up to here, so for me to do a brow routine, I don't know, but let me know if you guys want to see it. And then I like to carve out my brows. I use the Studio Finish Concealer by MAC and NC30 and a Morphe M410, just a flat brush, to carve out my brows. Now, I prefer using a cream concealer over a liquid concealer to carve out my brows. I just feel like liquid bleeds into my brow and makes everything look really messy and muddy. And when I use a cream, everything just stays really sharp and I don't have to worry about anything mixing with anything else. I just don't want that messiness happening. So if you're having problems with your liquid concealer blending into your brow products, try a cream concealer. I promise you, you will not regret it. And that's the makeup tutorial. No, I'm just kidding. I'm tired already though. Now, let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my Ciate London Watermelon Burst Primer. I don't want to do this for every product and turn into one of those beauty influencers that are like, focus. Like, no, we're just going to, I'll list everything down below for you. I'm just applying my primer to my skin. And if you see me looking this way, I don't know if you guys can see me, my mirror is here. And I feel like I have to say that because somebody will be like, you don't look at the camera. Okay, so next for foundation, I'm using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I mixed 2 shades together. I'm a little chemist when it comes to my foundation because not only do I mix 2 shades together, I also put in the Zoeva liquid drops in Candlelight to really brighten it up and add some sheen to it. And then I'm just mixing in like 2 to 3 drops. I'll do 3 today. I'm feeling generous. I'm just mixing that all together. And the reason why I mix my foundation and I always have more than 1 shade on hand is because my skin changes colors every single day. I don't know what's wrong with it. I step out in the sun and I'm instantly tan, and then I'm inside for 2 hours, and then I'm Angela the bitchy ghost. So I don't know. It just, I feel like in order to get my perfect match on the daily, I need to mix. I'm also applying my foundation with my fingers at first to really warm up the product and apply it as evenly as I could before I go in with the Beauty Blender, which is what I'm using to blend everything out, just because I feel like the Beauty Blender, when I dip it straight from my hand, it absorbs too much product, and then I'm like, where did all my foundation go? You know, I'm just bouncing it on my face. I really f***ed myself up. I'm like, I'm more of a fan of satin to dewy finish foundations, again because I have dry skin. I'm probably gonna say that 15 times in this video. I have dry skin, so I do this. And just when you think you've blended enough, go back in there one more time. One more time for the one more time, because okay, so I still have some blemishes peeking through my foundation, which I obviously don't like. So I feel like cream concealer is also really good for that. And I'm taking the same concealer that I used to carve out my brows and just hitting these little guys are on my face. I get pimples in the most awkward places. It's so disrespectful. I'm also going to hit my under eye veins. I really don't get bags under my eyes. I have these really dark bulging veins and it's hereditary. I've had it my entire life. And then I'm just going to blend this out with the Beauty Blender. Just a little bit because we are going to apply a liquid concealer on top. Okay, so next I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium Sand, and I'm going to use this to brighten up my under eyes and highlight the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my chin. Notice how I'm not like going back into it a million times. I only use what's on the tip of the brush. Again, taking the Beauty Blender and really blending that in. I'm not moving the product too much. I want it to stay in these areas that I put it. So I'm really just pressing it in. Now is when I go back if I want to add a little bit more, and I do. Next I'm going to take, I was like really rough with that. Next I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Cafe, and I'm going to use this to contour my face. I'm just hitting my cheekbones, my forehead. I'm gonna put some on my JD Luxie brush. This came in a set of 3, and I'm using the smaller nose contour side and just painting some of this on the brush and using this to contour my nose. But I'm gonna need to get a little bit closer, so I'm gonna use a different mirror. And I'm just drawing down the sides of my nose. And then I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection dual-ended brush. I've had this since the Bad Girls Club. This has been here with me through thick and thin. I love you so much. It's stained, but I still love you. And I'm using this to blend out all of my contour. I know somebody in the comments is gonna be like, why do you contour your nose when you have a nose job? Like, doesn't that defeat the purpose? So contouring for me isn't all about making things look bigger or smaller or anything like that. Sometimes it's just adding the definition back in your face that you lost from foundation. Because remember, when you apply foundation all over your face, it's one shade and it really flattens out your face. And sometimes you need to put some of that natural contour back in, and that's totally fine. So shut up, Karen. I'm kidding, I love you guys, you know I do. I'm taking the other side of the brush and blending in my nose contour. And then when I'm done blending it out with this brush, I'm just gonna go back in with my Beauty Blender and the same side that I used to apply my foundation and really just blend everything together. Well, not blend everything together, just make sure that there's no harsh lines or no areas of separation. And then I'm gonna go back in with the side that I used for my concealer and really make sure there's no creasing happening under the eye because we're about to set and we don't want to set those creases in place. Next, I'm going to take my tried and true Laura Mercier translucent powder, and this little guy is new to my collection. It's the Beauty Blender Puff, and I actually love this to apply my translucent powder under my eye just because I feel like I have so much more control over where the powder is going. I could really place it where I want it to go. Sharp edge on the sides of my nose. I could not do that with a regular Beauty Blender. I'm also going to set my laugh lines. Even though I'm a stone cold bitch, it's just nice to make sure that if I do smile once or twice during the day, it doesn't show. I'm just kidding. I'm also setting my chin and my forehead. So pretty much anywhere I applied that Tarte Shape Tape, I am just setting with translucent powder. While that's setting and baking and doing its thing, I'm gonna take another brush from the Jade Luxie collection. This time I'm gonna use the bronzer brush and my favorite bronzer. I am so sorry for trying other bronzers. This guy is my favorite. This is the MAC Give Me Sun. And I'm just taking this fluffy side of the brush and going in with my bronzer. I like doing this when my bake is setting because when I dust off my bake, everything just blends in together really, really nicely. I really don't let my bake sit for long, probably like 1 or 2 minutes, and then I just dust it off with this Morphe E48 brush. I just dusted powder right into my nose. And I'm really just not only dusting it off, but making sure it blends in nicely with my bronzer. And whatever's left over, I'm just setting like the rest of my face and just making sure that everything is blending. And if I want more contour, I go in with my Dior Backstage contour palette. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna do it, but sometimes I skip this step. It just really depends on my mood. And I'm taking another brush from the Jade Luxie collection. This is the contour brush, and I'm just dipping it into this medium brown shade. This is the perfect contour color, and I'm just going into the hollows of my cheeks, but I'm not going past the tip of my eyebrow. I'm just really just focusing that right in here. And then I'm going to go back to this Luxie brush and use the other end of it to apply that same shade to my nose. Next, I'm applying my blush, and I only use one blush. I use the MAC Modern Mandarin, and I'm taking a Morphe, I don't know the number of this brush, it's so old, but I'll find it. I don't know, I'm taking a Morphe angled blush brush and applying this to the apples of my cheeks and moving upward towards my hairline. And I'm also putting a little bit on my nose. I put a little bit of this everywhere because I feel like when I smile or I blush, my whole face blushes, you know, it's just kind of what's natural for me. I'm talking about, oh, what's natural for me? It's like, girl, you're putting on 10 pounds of makeup right now. You're talking about what's natural for you. Sit down. And then next I'm going to do my eyes, and I know I'm getting a lot of side eye behind that computer screen right now, but I don't get any fallout when I do my eyeshadow. I'm very, very light with the shadow. I use neutral colors all the time, and I just like doing my eyes last. It's my life, okay, let me live. To prime my eyes, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape yet again, and just going to put a little bit on each lid. Literally just a dot. And then I'm taking my Morphe M173 brush. This is probably my favorite brush. A lot of my Morphe brushes are from the James Charles collection. I know you guys canceled him a long time ago, but I love him and I love his brushes. They're so good. Next, I'm going to set my eyes using the same buffer brush and my Laura Mercier powder, the translucent powder that I use to bake, and I'm just setting my eyes. For today's eyeshadow, and pretty much whenever I do eyeshadow, I use the KKW Beauty Classic Palette, and I just use the brown shades from here. So first, I'm taking this fluffy brush by Morphe. It's the M410, and I'm just dipping it into this light peachy brown shade right here, and I'm just going to apply that to my crease. I'm really not being precise with it at all. I'm just trying to get a natural shadow. Next, I'm taking a more defined blending brush. This is the Morphe M456, and I'm just dipping it into this light brown shade, really getting in there, and I'm going to apply this to my crease, and I'm going to be a little bit more precise with it and not go as high as the first color that I applied. So my camera decided to just stop recording out of nowhere, but it's fine. Then I'm going back in with that big fluffy brush and just blending these colors together so I have a nice gradient. And I'm just taking this M456 brush and I'm going to mix these two darker shades right here. And I'm just going to place those two shades in my outer V. Because I feel like I have smaller, like beady looking eyes, I like to really make them more almond shaped and upturn them a little bit, and I feel like I could do that pretty well with makeup and lashes. So that's the look I usually go for, and the typical eyeshadow shape I like. I'm not going further than the crease with this dark color. If you start going too high, it's gonna look a little crazy. Then again, I'm going back in with that fluffy brush and just blending everything out. So next I'm going to take this vanilla shade right here and this flat shader brush by Morphe. I'm not sure of the number, but I will list it down below. And I'm just going to use this shade on my lid. Then I'm going to take the brush that I use to apply those darker colors in my outer V and blend that into my lid color. And then one more time, I'm going to take my big fluffy brush and just make sure that everything is blended in nicely. Next, I'm going to take my Inglot Gel Liner and some Duraline because this is pretty dry looking. Because I've had this for a while, it's kind of crusty and I know I need another one, but I'm lazy. So I'm going to take a drop of this Inglot Duraline and just place it in my liner to soften it up. Okay, now I'm using the Morphe M250 brush, which is just a liner brush, and I'm going to try to do my liner without completely screwing it up. I start at the middle of my eye and work my way out. I prefer a half liner. I just feel like if I draw a line from the inner corner all the way out to the end, it really closes up my eye and really just ruins what I'm trying to do with upturning my eyes and making them look larger. Ugh, I love a good winged liner. I just feel like it takes the look to a whole other level. And I especially love the Inglot Gel Liner because, especially if you have hooded eyes like me or your liner transfers, this little guy right here does not move once you put it on. Like, it will stay all day. You won't have to worry about getting that line in your crease. Next, I'm going to apply my mascara, and I really don't have a favorite mascara. I feel like they're all the same. But in my hands, I have the Lancome Hypnose Doll Lashes, and I'm just going to apply this to my upper lashes first before I apply my falsies. For lashes today, I'm using Lilly lashes in the style Doha. These are my favorite, and they're still in the package, so I'm going to show you what they look like. So these are 3D mink lashes that flare out at the ends, and I really like that. As you could tell, I'm going for a snatched almond eye, so these are perfect for that. And I just have to trim them and apply them, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've applied my lashes, and I use the Duo Quick Set Glue in black, which is my favorite. Now I'm going back in with my mascara and just applying some to my bottom lashes. And there we go. Okay, so before I apply my highlight, I'm going to set my face with the iconic London Prep Set and Go, and look how pretty this is. It looks like a lava lamp. And before that's done drying, I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy Highlight, which is my favorite, and my Morphe M501 brush, and highlight my nose. So I highlight the tip of my nose, and then I skip a little area, and then I highlight my upper bridge. And I like to give the appearance of like a, you know, like an upturned nose, even though I kind of have one after surgery. I also highlight my Cupid's bow. And I'm going to take a Morphe M431 pencil brush, and I'm going to highlight my tear ducts and a little bit under my brow as well. I don't really like a strong highlight under there. I just like she's there, you know? Now, I don't like a strong cheek highlight at all. Like, it's just not my thing. I've tried it and I just don't like it. So I am gonna go for more of a subtle glow. So I'm going to take my Zoeva liquid drops again, and I'm just going to place 3 drops on my cheekbones, and then take the side of my beauty blender that doesn't have product on it and just blend that into my skin. I feel like this just gives a really nice subtle glow without being too glittery or separating my foundation. Finally, for lips, I'm taking my favorite lip liner, and that is the KKW Beauty Lip Liner in Nude II, and I'm just lining my lips. I do overline, by the way, even though I have lip filler. Mind your business. So lastly, I'm taking my Dose of Colors lip gloss in Just My Type. And this is like a lipstick and a lip gloss in one because it's super opaque. So you can definitely get away with wearing this by itself. And just like a tip, because I was doing this very wrong for many years and I walked around looking like a damn fool, going over your liner with your lipstick or your lip gloss will help it blend it in. Don't just line your lips and then fill in your lips and completely avoid the lip liner. No, you actually want to go over the lip liner with the product even if you overline your lips. How pretty is this color? So I definitely feel like I've grown out of the super nudie shade lips. I still have some of my faves, but I've been really into the My Lips But Better shades, you know, like this one. I feel like this is not too pink, not too nude. It looks like it would be the color of my lips if I were perfect, but I'm not, so thank God for this. And that's it, you guys. This is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching, but before I go, I told you guys a few days ago that I would start paying closer attention to who my subscribers are, who has my post notifications on, and who likes and comments my videos first. And that is because I am going to start doing post notification shout outs, and this video is my first one. So today's post notification shout out goes to my girl Bianca. She was the very first person to comment my vlog video. So shout out to you, Bianca. Love you, girl. But don't worry, you don't always have to be the first person to comment my videos. I just thought that that would be most appropriate to pick her because she was on it like white on rice. But you don't have to be the first person to comment. I'm going to be picking people randomly from now on. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel and click the little notification bell and leave a comment when I post a video, and you could be shouted out in my next video. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.